Hey friends, Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, bringing you another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. Wanted to chat with you guys today about, pardon the sunglasses, I am in sunny South Florida and there's a tiki hut with a little bit of quiet, so I wanted to hop in and make a couple of videos for you. The topic of how do I hear Divine Source Creator and know that it is guidance from my creator directly. I know a lot of us will tap into our guides, our angels, any divine beings. I like to clarify divine beings in support of the one true creator. It certainly is a tricky topic because we have the ability to call in many different entities, and discernment is something that is, relatively challenging for anyone who is new to this type of communication. And it is really important to be careful, to really only open yourself up to those who are truly in service to the one true creator, instead of those who may pose as being in service to the collective greater whole or having our best interests in mind. They can say anything just like we can, and it's up to us to really get a good sense of if that's right for us. Of course, it is not my position to claim if anyone is right or wrong or to judge. I honor all of your paths and I love you all dearly, no matter where you're at in life. So again, with any of my videos, please know this to be true, that there is no judgment and only love from me. My mission is to share what works for me, and those who resonate with me will be assisted by this, and those who don't can easily move on and find someone who does resonate. So I would like to help bring attention or awareness to how Creator speaks to me, or how I can understand that this is divine guidance directly from Source, instead of other places. We're just going to leave it at that. Again, not judging the other places, but more so encouraging you all to try to connect directly to Source. That is going to be the highest level of guidance. Certainly, it's a complicated topic because we all are part of Source, right? Source is part of us, and is in everything. So it's challenging to define the lines. So I don't want to overcomplicate the topic. Anyways, I spent 4 minutes clarifying. What does it sound like when Source talks to us? That's the point. Remembering it's the still small voice, that it is only in the quietness, only when we are able to shift into those lower vibrational states of mind, not as in negative, but rather a high frequency state of mind like theta is going to be more closed off. It's going to be more difficult for us to connect. Lower vibrational states of mind are like alpha and delta, theta and delta, which is where we want to be. So the still small voice, always very quiet. We must be in those quiet states of mind to be able to hear the guidance. It is also in our hearts. Our bodies are like tuning forks. They're like Tesla towers. We're calling in the energy. We're electromagnetic beings, so we're drawing it into us, and we're able to project that out as well. But where we'll feel it is, I often feel it is in my heart, in any of my solar plexus, really, certainly, any of my chakras, also my solar plexus very frequently. And it is a sense of peace, a sense of lovingness, a sense of comfort, expansion, joy, all of those higher vibrational emotions tend to affirm to me that this is a higher level of guidance. Certainly, it can come in other ways, through circumstances, through people around us, closed doors. I love the phrase, rejection is protection, that anyone who is not drawn to us or is not for us, that closed door is protection and keeping us from something that would not be good for us. Certainly through dreams, visions, thoughts, songs, Spirit speaks to us through what we already know, using the language that we already understand. The music, the videos, life that we've experienced makes sense to us. And so that is the language that we speak, and that is how Source will speak to us. And oftentimes we can discredit information that comes through because we feel like, oh, that was my favorite song. It's just stuck in my head. But if you understand that when things come to you effortlessly, when it's not something that you see your brain going out to get, the ego's not trying to solve a problem or figure something out, but this is just sort of dropped into your awareness, you can trust that that is a gift from the divine. Certainly nature is excellent at demonstrating for us messages. I love butterflies and animal messages and dragonflies, and the bunny comes, what does the bunny mean? That there can be messages that come that way, as well as just looking to nature in how it functions. That water flows effortlessly around rocks. We need to be in lower levels of resistance, that the birds are always fed, that we can trust that we're always going to be cared for, things of that nature. Our perspective shifts. Anytime that you saw something one way and you're starting to see that maybe that was a rigid way of thinking, or maybe I'm trying to do too much. I have this perspective that I have to carry the weight of the world. I have to do the divine's job. And having that perspective shift, that is coming from source, that is assisting us in having accurate perception, which is a true miracle, and reminds us of our unity, our oneness, that we are all connected, all part of a divine plan, and everything is perfect as it is. All is well, and that we can be in non-resistance safely and allowing and surrendering. Certainly our clairs. So as within, so without. So sweeping in front of our own door, we have to maintain our own vibration, manage our own energetic state, and then we will start to see what we desire outside of us. So we have to remember that what we see outside of us may also be just a reflection of what is inside of us. And so the clairs are coming from within. So the knowing, the hearing, the seeing, the feeling, this is all internal guidance that we can learn to start to interpret and to trust. Now, and of course, as with everything, I have to present the caveat that the brain will lie to us, and feelings are not always coming from an accurate place. So we have to be really sharp in our discernment and understanding what is coming from maybe a trauma trigger or a limiting belief versus what is dropping in. And again, discerning the sources of the information is certainly a key. And I might have to do a video on that. I believe I have talked about discernment before, so I'll try to link that for you guys. Remembering again, the body is a conductor of energy. It is drawing in the guidance. So things like goosebumps, I like to call them God bumps, are definitely an indication that you're on the right track when you're thinking about something that happens to bring that to you. I always see that as confirmation. Churning in the stomach, again, my solar plexus tend to not act up, but they're turning over. They're getting excited when I'm tapping into something that's very powerful, or things are coming through. Also noticing the inverse, that a tightening of the shoulders, a clenching of the body, often indicates to me that the thoughts that I'm thinking are not accurate. And again, this requires discernment, because it may not be the exact opposite of the thing you're thinking, but rather the perspective that you're choosing is inaccurate. And so the body will clench and restrict when we're not choosing proper beliefs or perspectives around something. Froggy throat, right? So again, just reiterating, the chakras and are an internal thing that can assist in communicating and helping us interpret the communication from the divine. And then of course, the written word, that's all of these ancient texts out there exist for a reason, because people before us have figured this out many times over and tried to send us a message in a bottle. And so we can't discredit the ancient texts or leave out the ancient texts when it comes to guidance from the divine. So looking at the Tao Te Ching or the sutras or the Bible, all of these ancient texts, while yes, they were transferred to paper by man, and there is going to be a margin of error as with anything, we again have our own levels of discernment and ability to interpret what we know to be true. And again, looking to the body for, am I feeling constriction or am I feeling expansion? And we have what we need within us. So just remember that we are sparks of the divine. There's a God spark in us. And so looking outside of us for the guidance can sometimes give our power away, that we can limit our ability to really truly start to hear and know the divine's voice, and to sharpen our intuition, and to create the unfolding of intuition and gifts, and the power that's been given to us, the co-creative power that we're being asked to use to create amazing, beautiful things in the world, to help create heaven on earth, to help heal our brothers and sisters, to come together. And that's one thing that's really been coming through strongly for me, is that as we come together, we are even stronger. As with electromagnetic energy, the greater we are in numbers, the greater our attraction points. So with that, I will close. I love you guys so much, and I hope this helps. Please let me know if you found anything helpful, or if there was anything I missed from the list. Do comment below to assist your brothers and sisters in sharpening their discernment and sharpening their skills to hear the divine and communicate directly with the being that loves us the very, very most. So I love you guys. I will see you on the next video. If you want to continue the conversation, check below. I have lots of free resources for you. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video. Take care. Namaste.